Some days I honestly feel like I look better without makeup. Today is one of those days. I don't know what it is. Like my skin just looks really nice today. Doesn't it? Like the skin is giving. Hi Mom, hello. Hi Richard, hi Patrick. It is a heat wave today in Toronto, that's for sure. I've got a few things going on today. And I'm gonna be playing volleyball later, so I'm excited for that. We're doing like a new league that's like more challenging. So looking forward to that. How's everyone's day going? Honestly, my skin is looking so good today for some reason. These are the products that I've been using lately, if you were wondering, just because some of you guys ask me. The Innisfree Vitamin C Brightening Toner Pads. They look like this, and they're little like pads for your face. And then I have been using this serum that I love. It's the Lancome one, the Genifique Ultimate. And then we have my Lotus Youth Preserve Moisturizer, which I love. So that has been my combo lately. I'm gonna go in with some primer today. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. The reason why I'm using this is because it's so hot out today. Yes, Android phone, it is muggy. So just a little bit of that on the back of my hand. And hopefully that will prep my skin for makeup a little bit better and make it last. I would say especially like in your T-zone and under eyes is important because that is where you have the most creasing and the most oil secretion. So I really try to like make sure I fan it out from the epicenter of my face. That feels good, a little refreshing. Primer should always be a little tacky like that because that's what makes the makeup stick, right? So bring it down the neck a little. I wish I could find a way to just do like a slick back all the time. Oh, that looked crazy. And then my hair looks forked. Is what it is. Okay, let's go in with some makeup. So I'm gonna start off with my concealer. I'm using my NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. Really nice because it's just so natural looking on the skin. I just dot it in a little. It's a little bit on the darker side, but that's okay. I'm just doing this to brighten the under eyes a little bit and look like I got an extra couple hours of sleep. Hi Roger, hi Oscar, hello Sunil. Right? I find like skincare in the evenings is the most tedious because you just want to get into bed. Sometimes I will just like scrub my face and then just put this on and then call it a night. And that's the Innisfree Cherry Blossom Glow Jelly Cream. It's just like a nice overnight kind of formula. And then I just don't bother with like serums or toners because I know I'm going to wash my face in the morning anyways. So as long as I'm hydrated and my makeup's off my face. Did you just come out of an oven because you're too hot to handle? Oh, thank you. That's such a funny pickup line. I thought that comment was going to go somewhere else. Why are you so pretty? Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I love the kind comments today. So nice. You know, sometimes being an online creator, you can get the wildest things said to you. So it's always nice to see kind people in the comment sections. Do I do Pilates? I do. I love Pilates. I specifically do like hot Pilates and hot Pilates HIIT. So it's real sweaty, but it is so rewarding afterwards. I think that it kind of gives that vibe of sauna and cold plunge, because like we do this hot workout in a hot room that's like an oven, and we're sweating and we are so overheated, and then when we go outside the air feels so cool and fresh. So I feel like it's like so nice and refreshing to do that. Do you guys like the subtle jazz music? Thank you so much, May. God bless you too. How old am I? I'm 29 years old. And I'm turning 30 this month, which is crazy. I never imagined I'd be turning 30. I don't know. Sometimes I still feel like I'm like 19 in my head, you know? That's the thing about aging, and I always would, you know, talk about this with older people, like my elders and like parents and people like that, is that you reach a certain age and you never actually feel older on the inside. You just look older on the outside. You gain wisdom, you gain life experience, but you still feel like your soul is eternal on the inside. So yes, James. And also today is my Mormor's birthday. So Mormor is grandma in Swedish. And happy birthday, Mormor. I don't think she'll see this, but Mom, tell Mormor that I say happy birthday. So many July babies in my family. Okay. I want like a little bit more coverage on my face. I just don't know what product I'm gonna use to get that. I might have to. Honestly, I don't even think that I need more coverage. I think it looks fine. Because I do like a subtle makeup look. So we'll just go with what we have. Now I'm going to go in with some blush. This music's a little bit loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you. I'm missing something. Well, I'm only partially through my makeup, so if that's what you mean. Thank you, Maya. I love your name. What's my sister doing these days? Well, I do have 4 sisters, but I assume you mean Emma because she's the one that like lives right by me in Toronto. She's just working hard, you know. She started a new job. We still hang out all the time. We go for walks. We're gonna do volleyball tonight. And her birthday is actually on Sunday, so hopefully we'll get up to some fun stuff this weekend for her. And yeah, she's turning 26. Ooh la la. Ba, ba, ba. If you guys are new here, smash that thumbs up button if you enjoy my company and you like the live stream. Let's try to get to 100 likes today. That would really help me out and help the algorithm out. And thank you so much for tuning in. And if you really like the vibes, you can even hit the subscribe button. I do live streams all the time. I have my own little podcast where I talk about life and stuff. And yeah, the vibes here are chill and inclusive. We are LGBTQ. We are, you know, all types of people as long as everyone's kind, you know? It's like the first and foremost. Where do I recommend walking in Toronto? I definitely would say Coronation Park, like the West End's really nice, Ossington area. Little Portugal is really nice. I would say Casa Loma area is really nice to walk around. Mount Pleasant, Rosedale, that area is gorgeous. I also would say the Distillery District is fun to check out, and the beaches. If you're in the summer, the beaches are just gorgeous. So just go to the beaches, walk along the boardwalk, go to the little shops and things. It's also nice. So many cute neighborhoods. Even Rontsvale is really nice too. Just like so many options, to be honest. Just depends where and what vibe they're going for. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mark. Okay, let's do a little bit of bronzer. Just gonna bronze up our lives a little. It is summer and we're rocking that pale look. I've been like super pale for years now, and I just use self-tanner sometimes. And part of that is because I just wanted to protect my skin. I am pretty fair skinned, and you know, tanning is like not good for you. It's like, you know, increases aging and skin damage and like risk of melanoma and stuff like that. So I kind of stopped tanning. I used to be like a religious tanner. I would literally go out every lunch, lay in the park with my bikini and just try to get a tan on. And I never felt better than when I had a natural tan. Like I just felt the most beautiful, glowing, and you know, it lasts so long. Like I even still have kind of a little bit of a tan line. You can't really tell, but it was from Mexico, which is crazy. Like I'm the kind of person, I must have like some genetics in me where when I tan, it just like lasts a really long time and I can get pretty dark. So I don't know, I loved it, and I still kind of miss that vibe. My album that I would play when I was tanning this was back in like 2016, 2017, and I would just lay and put in my headphones and I would listen to Lana Del Rey's whole Ultraviolence album from front to back, and I would know exactly when to flip, and then by the time her album was over, my tanning was done, because it was about like an hour-long album. And that was like my routine, and it's such a summer vibe because it opens with Cruel World, which sounds like you're almost like in a desert, and I'd be like laying in the heat of the sun and like just feel the rays coming down on me, and I would hear the little guitar, the bow, 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 and I'm like, oh my god, we are in the desert, we are vibing. So I miss those days. I don't know, it was just like relaxing, therapeutic. Never say never. Maybe I'll tan a little bit here and there once again. I feel like a accidental tan is my best case scenario because I never want to like burn myself. Thanks for the love from Australia, Kirsty. You're so sweet. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I hope everything's amazing in Australia. I know you guys are in winter right now, but I hope you're staying warm. That's my attempt at an Australian accent. Okay. We're doing a little bit of setting powder under the eyes. This is just gonna prevent any shifting and movement and just keep things locked in. I like to go for a little bit more of a matte look on hot summer days because the heat is going to bring out the sweat and it's going to bring out the dewiness anyways. So I like to kind of counteract that ahead of time, and then I get the perfect mixture once I do start sweating a little bit. So my makeup tends to look a little bit dry when I'm first done, and that is why, because it takes a while for your skin to kind of absorb the makeup and make it look a little more natural and dewy. Cute. My bad. Thank you so much for the super chat, Annie. You're so sweet. Thank you, thank you. Viewers like you really help me keep going on this channel and keep live streaming. So thank you so much. It means the world to me. You are so sweet. I'm gonna go in with some blush. I know I just did a liquid blush, but I like to go in with a powder blush afterwards, just because you can already tell that the blush is kind of fading a bit, and this will just bring out the pigment a little bit more again and give me that soft demure glow. I don't want to be in the morning, and I don't want to be in the morning, and I don't. What does that mean? I don't know. Are you not a morning person, I'm guessing? I'm not like a wake up in the morning person, but I am like a morning lover. Like when I do get up early, when I do have my routine in the morning, I just love nothing more than a crisp morning. But I tend to like struggle going to bed early. Like I have impulse control. Like I just want to stay up and like watch shows and surf the web and play video games and just vibe. And then I'm like, girl, go to bed, go to bed. You know, like lacking that inner parental voice that's like gonna make sure you're doing the best thing for yourself in the long run rather than impulse. But that's just me. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you for supporting. I'm yapping about everything. Okay, the blush is blushing. I'm also gonna do my hair today. I'm thinking of actually like curling it a bit. We do have the volume, but we don't have the texture that I want. So I'm gonna try to like, I don't know, use my curling iron or my straightening iron and get some waves in it that are like a bit more concrete, because this is like a little bit mangy. It's giving like Hermione Granger, Chamber of Secrets, which we don't love. Thank you so much, Annie. It is starting to get hot in Texas. What is your favorite food? My favorite food, let me think. Right now in the summer, I love like refreshing Mexican food, like anything with like avocado and lime, little tacos, little taquitos, things like that, guacamole. I love like a tuna tartare. Like I like anything that's like refreshing and nice in the summer. And I'm trying to get back on my like healthy food game. It's funny because you guys used to always call me like a health freak back in the day when I would do my like what I eat in a days and stuff. And at the time I was vegan and I was like, I don't know what you guys were talking about. But now I've like been eating so unhealthy that I look back at those videos and I'm like, oh my god, I was so healthy. Like I would be having like salad bowls every day, smoothies, like I would be eating so many vegetables, and I kind of need to get back to that because that was like such a good habit. I've just been kind of like slacking a little bit in that department. So I made a little list of like easy food ideas because I want to like have easy recipes. I think my biggest deterrent when it comes to healthy eating is having to like do a lot of meal prep and stuff. So I definitely am prioritizing simplicity these days. Going in with some bronzy eyeshadow to just accent the blush. We love a good little warm eye moment. Like the summer sun rays shining down the back of your head on a hot summer day. A bead of sweat trickles from the nape of your neck down the arch of your back as you gently stretch your arms into the sky, sighing, "This is summer." Spoken word by Maya Henry. This top is actually Lululemon. It's their Align tank top. It's the logo. Living in the moment, enjoy each day and enjoy food, whatever you are eating, exactly. But I have a fridge full of avocados, I've got kale, I've got chicken, and I am gonna be finger licking. I think my goal today is to have a chicken Caesar salad with kale, hemp hearts, and a few other goodies. It's good to sneak in superfoods when you can because you get the best of all the nutrients at once. And then you don't have to like, you know, separate your broccoli and just eat broccoli. You can kind of like mix things in together and dress them up to be more tasty. So for me, like a few of my superfoods are like hemp hearts, kale, nutritional yeast is really good. I love doing stuff like that. I do not have a boyfriend. I have been single for a few years now. 1 second. My sister was texting me. Would I ever want to get married? Yeah, I mean, I would never say no. Like, I don't know if I'm just like too traditional this way, but I always had like a fairy tale fantasy in my head of having like my dream wedding and having a beautiful dress and like having like a really sweet, nice husband and walking down the aisle and just like having a moment. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of representation for girls like me, so I kind of lost hope with that, but you never know, maybe like one day. My thing though is like I don't ever want to settle, and like it has to be with the right person. I'm never gonna be that person to like jump into a marriage just because I want to get married. Like that would never be me. So it's kind of my thing. And like I'm not that picky, but I just find it's hard to find people that you organically are attracted to and that are like fine with you having transitioned. I know they're out there, but it's crazy because a lot of people will say stuff like what was I gonna say? A lot of people will say stuff like you as a trans woman are like, you know, like not tricking men, but just like not being totally honest. If like you go on dates and they don't know or whatever, and they act like we are, you know, we owe people every explanation of ourselves right off the jump, which in some cases I could see, but overall, like it's your personal life, it's your history. Tell someone when you feel safe and comfortable to do so and when you think that there's a reason to tell them. But I find like, you know, as trans women, we get a lot of shit from men that do know we're trans, you know, like we get lied to, we get treated poorly and objectified sometimes. And what I'm kind of getting at is like in relation to marriage, because a lot of guys will pretend like they don't care that you're trans and like they would marry you one day and like whatever. But then when push comes to shove, you're like 4 or 5 years into the relationship and you're like, wait a minute, this man like won't even live with me, or this man won't, you know, take things to the next level. And then you're questioning things and you're like, wait a minute, this guy kind of has been lying to me, you know? Maybe he wanted a partner who could give birth, or maybe, you know, XYZ. There's just things that are like shady about how these men can deal with trans women. They might be in love with you, but then they don't actually consider you like a serious long-term partner. They consider you like a stepping stone to something else. And I think that can be very hurtful, right? And so there's always this narrative of like trans women, like, you know, needing to disclose everything and be honest and whatever. But then a lot of the times, sometimes like we just end up in situations with people that are so dishonest themselves, and it's just difficult. So I kind of feel like, you know, it goes both ways. And there's always an emphasis from like these more like conservative right-wing people that like trans people are dishonest or whatever their narrative is, when in reality like a lot of them are the most dishonest, and they do it with nefarious intentions. Like I'm certain that I have dated people in the past who, you know, behind closed doors they're like, I love you so much, like you're my forever person. I've even had like boyfriends call me wifey before. And then it's like they don't back it up, like they don't do anything to take things to the next level, even to like, you know, have conversations of like more commitment. And it's just so dishonest. It's kind of like love bombing, right? So crazy. Hello, Faye. Hello. I would jump into marriage just because I want to get married. I love that. You also like jumping. Been there, done that, Faye. Not a good idea. So true, Chris. Exactly. And I feel like, I don't know, like if I'm crazy or like I just need to focus on other things, which I obviously do. But it can be hard sometimes when you've had relationships that were very impactful, or like, you know, you had that connection at some point, and then to go on with nothing afterwards for a long period of time. You start to think, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I find someone else? You know what I mean? You start thinking that, especially if like your friends or your exes are moving on much quicker, and you're like, uh-oh. Like, you know what I mean? So you have that kind of, that spotlight on yourself, unfortunately. At least that's what happens to me sometimes. When in reality, you could look at the glass half full and say, I'm actually more in love with myself than maybe some of these other people are, because I don't feel the need to fill that space just with anyone, you know? Like, I have gone on dates with people, I have met people that I liked, but I have not met someone that I wanted to seriously date. And so that just means that my standards are higher than they were from my previous relationship, you know? And it can be harder to find someone when your standards get higher, but then you also become better at protecting yourself and your peace, because you know what didn't work in your previous relationships, and you're able to create boundaries for future relationships based off of those learning lessons. Thank you so much, Annie, again. You are so sweet. You are like sponsoring this live stream. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone say thank you to Annie. Hang in there. The right person will come along. Thank you. It's so true, Faye. You are such a jumper in the video games, especially in Fortnite. But I mean, it has strategy. You're avoiding those bullets. I love that for you, B. Dresses are so in this summer. I've been trying to like brainstorm what my next podcast episode will be, because I'm trying to like think of what I want to talk about without sounding like a broken record. Because, you know, I feel like I've talked about relationships and stuff enough, and I don't really have anything new in that department to talk about. I don't know. I guess I could talk about like mental health stuff, you know? Because sometimes it's important to like admit to ourselves and to share our stories with mental health, because it can help others. And I feel like in some ways I've been a little bit guarded about it, because it's also important to have like boundaries with social media and not like overshare. But I definitely feel like I've been having my own mental health moments. I'm thinking of like, I don't know, getting a therapist finally. It's so funny, you guys, because like I have the funniest like story time of when the only time I ever tried to get therapy. It's so funny. So I went, this was during my like undergrad, like I was having stress during university, because this was like 2014, 2015, 2016, mind you. Trans stuff, there wasn't a lot of awareness about it. And like there was no such thing as gender neutral back then. Like my school had no idea what trans people were. Like there was no awareness. I was the first person at my school, like my whole university, that I knew of that was like transitioning, and I was doing it so publicly online too. And it just like, I don't know, it caused a lot of added stress to my undergrad experience, because obviously I was doing everything my own. I was like 19, 20, and I was just trying to figure out like, okay, taking my hormone pills, like changing my name, and everyone in my program like knew me beforehand, and then I switched. It was like a lot of stress, as I'm sure you can imagine. And overall it was like a very positive experience, and I had a lot of amazing friends that supported me right off the jump. So I felt so grateful, and I just can't imagine, you know, what I would have done without them. So love and thanks eternally to all those people, and to even the people in my program. It was a small program of film students, but I went to seek therapy because I just was struggling with some depression, right? Because I don't know, I just felt a little bit othered I felt like I was going to all these parties with people and socializing, but I definitely knew that there was a bit of like a, you know, with some individuals, like a discomfort with my presence, because like to be trans was so new back then. And so I don't know, I felt in some contexts that I was like a burden in some ways. Just because I was like figuring myself out. I was making mistakes. I was, you know, it's almost like they say when you like have your first years of transition, it's like you're a teenager all over again because you're experiencing life for the first time as yourself authentically. So like as a woman, I had to learn so much about like boundaries with men and like just people in general and all this stuff, and I feel like I was taking on too much for myself at that time. So I wanted therapy because I was like feeling very unwell, and I went and met with a school therapist, and she basically said to me like, there's kind of a long wait list and you seem like a really like well-spoken, well-informed person. I recommend you just go to group therapy and sort it out there and like, you know, just like start from there. And then if you still feel you need, you know, a personal therapist or something, we can like put you on the list and stuff. And I was just kind of like, okay, I guess I'll just take her word for it. Meanwhile, like I did tell her I was trans, I told her all this stuff, but she kind of had no like experience with that because it was so new. So she just didn't really like grasp it. And she basically was like, you sound very self-aware, smart and whatever, and so I just think you should do this instead. So I was like, okay. And then the date comes around for group therapy, which by the way I'm dreading because it's not like an LGBT group therapy, it's just regular people. So like I'm gonna walk in and be like, no one knows what I'm talking about, no one's gonna identify with me, like it's gonna be a disaster. Like that's what I was thinking in my head. I get on the streetcar to go to this therapy session, and what happens? A literal fare inspector comes on. Now I have my student transit pass that I paid $100-something for each month to be able to ride on the TTC Unlimited, which is the transit in Toronto. And unbeknownst to me, you're supposed to have this ID card from the transit system that identifies you as a student as well. But I just had my regular student card, so like I was a student, right? And I'm wearing my Ryerson sweater, which was the school I went to at the time. And he says, that's not good enough, come off the streetcar with me. And I'm like, what the hell? So I go off the streetcar with him, and he fines me like $300, kicks me off the streetcar on my way to group therapy. And then I'm like stranded, and it's kind of a sketchy area. And then I just end up walking to this one park, and I just went and I cried in the park because I was like, I'm just trying to get to therapy. And I had this $300 fine. I had no money at the time, so I was freaking out about how I was gonna pay that. And it was just like a lot. I remember I even called my mom when I was in the park, and I literally like cried on the phone. And then that same day I had a haircut appointment, and the lady cut my hair this short when I only wanted it to be like this short, and it was just a disaster. So it was so bad. And the worst part is I had the pass, I had paid to ride on the TTC, and I got fined an additional $300 because I didn't have that extra piece of ID to prove I was a student, even though I had a student card, I had my schedule to show him, and I was wearing a Ryerson sweater, and I looked like I was freaking 16 years old. So yeah, that was so frustrating. And the worst part of it is that I never ended up getting to go to therapy. And that was the closest that I got to going to therapy. Also, some fare inspector could fill a quota, you know? My psychiatrist demanded me to go to another practice. My therapist had a ton of health stuff come up and was always rescheduling, so that's fun. Oh, that's so annoying. I find like nothing pisses me off more than when you're in like the public health sector and you're unreliable for your patients, because like we rely on like a relationship with our physicians to be able to feel comfortable and actually share our issues. And when you're not stable like that, it just prevents your patients from getting proper care. And I even feel that way about like family doctors and stuff, because there was a while during COVID where like the doctors here were so ridiculous about appointments. Like I had one doctor that like I was getting treatment and I would have to go every like 2 weeks to get the treatment, and she kept canceling my appointment the day before, like, oh, I'm sick, or oh this, or oh that, or like just remote. And it's like I couldn't do remote. I needed like actual treatment in person, and it was so obnoxious to the point where I just like couldn't get the proper service, and it was like so annoying. So I feel you. I ended up switching doctors. It is demotivating, that's for sure. Oh my god, Annie, you are crazy. You are absolutely crazy. Like, my jaw is on the floor. Do something fun with smiles for podcasts. You need a break from taking care of everyone. You have so much empathy. I would hate for you to burn out. Oh, thank you so much. That's so, so sweet. Thank you, thank you. Okay, next podcast episode, light, bright, and fun. And we will talk about exciting things and stuff like that. Thank you, thank you. I think my makeup's done. I did want to just do my hair quickly. 1 second, you guys. Just stay put. Okay, makeup's done. I feel like I'm missing something, but I can't quite put my finger on it, but we'll just let sleeping dogs lie. Almost feel like my mascara is like not showing up. It's like my lashes have clumped together, and now it doesn't look like I have any. I don't know. Yes, thank you to the amazing mods, Faye, Chris, and anyone else who had made mods over the years. Okay, I'm just gonna pop some stuff into here. Hair straightener. We are going to just like adjust our hair, curl it a bit, make it a little bit cute. What is Elio's favorite treat? Okay, I recently cracked the code for helping him gain weight. Can you guys still hear me? Sorry about that. I literally was getting like a phone call from like Niagara Falls, which makes no sense. So I'm just ignoring that. Anyways. Elio's favorite treats, anything human food related. Like, he just loves eating whatever I'm eating. Obviously he can't eat everything that I'm eating, but he loves human food. And I recently cracked the code to helping him gain weight, which was making my own food for him. So like I do like, in order to gain weight, I was doing like beef, rice, carrot, zucchini, stuff like that, and like doing like a little jambalaya mix. And he loves it. He eats it all, gobbles it up, is obsessed, and he's gained so much weight from it, which is amazing. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna switch the rice to quinoa or something a little lighter, just so like he doesn't gain too much weight. But yeah, so he's a little furry teddy bear again. He was like so skinny for a while. He like hated kibble. I was like feeding him kibble because like that's what they say you're supposed to do. But I just realized, you know what, like he can really tell the difference between food he likes and doesn't like. Why am I gonna like deprive him of good food just because like, I don't know, kibble is like the standard. So I started feeding him like homemade food and like organic beef and stuff like that, and like it's really affordable too because I can batch cook it and he's so tiny. So I just have like the best time now cooking for him. He loves it. Sorry, I am reading the chat. I'm not gonna jump and I'm going to hide you on my channel. Goodbye, sir. What do I like to do in my spare time? I would say my favorite use of spare time is doing something creative, whether it's like writing, making music, reading, anything like that, or working on a project of any kind. Sometimes I get into like depression and funks where I just like don't have the creative mojo, and I've kind of been in that funk for a little while, but I feel like I'm gonna come out of that soon. So funny, babe. Honestly, when I'm done cooking his food, like for the first time, like when it's not leftovers or whatever, I sometimes look at it and I'm like, this actually looks really tasty. And it's like 100% like human food, so like you could eat it. I would just maybe put some more seasoning on it if I was gonna actually eat it myself. But yeah, it's good. Let's see if I can style my hair good, because this haircut that I have is very particular with the bangs and stuff. What's happening here? Okay. Honestly, part of me thinks I would eat if I had short hair. Like if I just looked like this. Like, would I not be serving? It's kind of giving like 80s. Fave Star Wars character. Not gonna lie, I kind of feel like it's Anakin. Like his progression towards the dark side, his history with his mom and like the slave trade and all that stuff. I just feel like he's the most complex and, you know, broken but also like genuine character in Star Wars. Like his character has so much dimension and so much of an arc, you know? I feel like it represents humanity in a way. We are all capable of turning to the dark side. We are all capable of, you know, having trauma in our lives and having that affect the choices we make. And I just feel like his character is very like universal that way. So definitely Anakin Skywalker. Is that like a hot take or? And not to mention, Hayden Christensen is quite the treasure on the eyes. I feel like he's the ultimate like angsty, yearning man. Most relatable. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know what George Lucas was smoking, But he made Padme serve CUNT in the early 2000s. Like, her outfits were on fire. And like, I recently rewatched those 3 films like a month ago. And I was like, what the hell? Like, why is she such a baddie? Why are her outfits standing the test of time today? Like, this is crazy. Like, these are things that people would be wanting to wear on the red carpet today. Like, it really did predict the future. So, I don't know. For some reason, the early 2000s Star Wars films, they have a special place in my heart. Like, I actually love them. Even though they're a little corny and like the writing's not the best for dialogue, they are so good. What do I do now for work? I'm currently applying to look for new jobs. I have a new resume and I want to work maybe in like social media strategy and stuff because it's adjacent to what I'm already doing on like social media now. So I'm definitely looking for something more professional. I miss like working with people. It can be a little bit lonely being a content creator, as I'm sure you guys can imagine, because you don't even have like coworkers. So it just, I feel like I miss the social element, and I just want a little more stability when it comes to like paychecks and stuff like that, and maybe get some health insurance. Like, those things are so important, and I just feel like I haven't had them for so long. Sorry about the barking. Elio probably heard a speck of dust hit the ground in the hallway. He's such like an alarm dog. I read online that toy poodles were like royal dogs back in medieval times, because they were like alarm dogs, and they were used to alert the royals if there was like an intruder. And that is definitely the vibe Elio gives, like hands down. Okay, we're gonna try doing our bangs. I kind of have to like do them in layers because they're so thick. I have to just kind of comb them up a little bit. This section here needs to be a little bit more curled. There. Pretty cute, right? That's like half my hair done. I think it's very like baby doll princess kind of vibes. Wardrobe in Star Wars, I saw an interview with the guy that plays Krennic and Andor and Rogue One, and he was like, I told them, just so you know, I'm gonna steal the wardrobe. Yeah, the wardrobe's so fun. Like, it's so fun. I just used my hair straightener to curl my hair like this. If you watch, I'm gonna do the other side now, and you can see my techniques. And the straightener that I have isn't even like a good one for curling because it doesn't have floating plates, which means they don't move around. So it can be hard to kind of spin the hair, but nonetheless, it still works, as you can see. And I use a bit of heat protectant just to tame the frizz in the ends. It's always the ends you have to protect the most because they are the most processed because they've been on your head the longest. N.E., you are crazy. You are wild. Like, you have hit the record. Like, this is absolutely wild. What the hell? Take yourself and your girlfriends out for drinks tonight. Thank you. That is so sweet. I definitely will. I have volleyball tonight, and they have a little beach bar, so I might get some drinks there to start the weekend. But thank you. Like, that is so, so nice. What the heck? Like, I have no words. Like, I'm floored. Like, everyone say thank you, N.E. Yes, I would love that, Faye. When I'm in Vegas again, we are definitely hanging out. And I will be back in Vegas. Faye's from Vegas, if anyone was wondering. And I will say, there's nothing like making a friend on the internet and stuff. Like, I feel like Faye and I have such like a nice friendship and it came so unexpectedly. Like, when I started streaming and playing video games, I didn't even know that you could like make friends and play video games online with other people. Like, I knew you could, like, you know, guys would play Call of Duty and stuff. But when I started streaming, I didn't even know about Fortnite. Like, I didn't know anything. And it's crazy how like you can have a whole community and make friends in that way. So I will always be thankful for that and for my friendship with Faye. Exactly. I'm like looking through the comments and then I just see one random guy write body count question mark. That's not how you talk to people, James. Yes, let's get to 200 likes. Or even 100 would be nice. We're 6 away from 100 likes. Thumbs up this video, you guys. I have all these nice little layers near my face, so I kind of like to curl the pieces around my face towards my face, which normally I wouldn't do. But because I got these like layers, it just like accents nicer. Dexter is a cool name. How's the weather in South Africa? Is it sweltering? Do I play blackjack? I wouldn't say that I play it, but I have played it. Like, I've played it online and stuff. It's fun. It's like a fun, quick little game. And I got into like, just like recreational poker a little bit online, and I thought that was fun too. Just like, you know, those like Facebook games. I never have gambled with card games, but I just had fun playing like poker. And also, my ex used to have like a poker kit, and so we would sometimes play poker with friends. And I thought it was fun. Texas Hold'em, baby. Read 'em and weep. I am not reading that out loud, Viable. I know exactly what you're doing. Can I get you a soccer jersey? Because I really want your name and number. So funny. The only jersey that I own is so random. It's Michael Jordan. And I own it because his number was 23. And that's my lucky number because it's the day of my birth. Kind of testing out, see what it looks like. Something a little weird happening here, so I'm just gonna try to fix this. There we go. What do we think? I think it looks cute. So we got the volume. Do we like? I think I like it. Once it's like locked in, I gotta hairspray it. And then there's no more hot iron because you don't want to put a hot iron on hairspray. That's how you burn down the house. Let's pray to God that this like lasts in the humid temperatures. And I like to just kind of lift my hair up a little bit. Get into like the areas where I want a bit more volume, especially like the back. And then I might just do a little flip. And voila. Holy fuck, I have so much hair, you guys. I never realized how thick it is until I like put hairspray in it. Like it looks like I'm wearing a wig. Okay, that's pretty much it for today, you guys. I gotta go run some errands and get some stuff done. Thank you so much. To answer your question, Kim, the only kind of like donation you can do is just super chatting if you like enjoy the content or whatever. Huge, insane channel lifetime shout out to NE because he hit the ball so insanely out of the park. Like I never expect anything when I'm streaming, but what you've done is crazy. So thank you so much for supporting and for being amazing. And also just like offering engaging conversation points for me while I'm streaming. Like so nice, so thoughtful, so sweet. I hope you have a fabulous day down there in Texas. I know I'm having a fabulous day. Stop. You are just crazy. You're so sweet. More notice of my live stream. I think I just need to start a regular schedule. Typically throughout the weekdays, I'll stream like kind of midday because that is when my routine, like I'll typically go for like a lunch run or something and then I'll like shower and whatever and then do my makeup and hair and just like hang out with you guys while I do this. I don't have a set schedule for it. It's kind of like random, but I'm gonna like look into doing more of a schedule for that because I feel like it would be better for everyone because I get so many like questions from people being like, oh my god, I missed your stream, like I wish I knew when it was gonna happen. And I kind of just pop on whenever I feel like it, so I do feel bad about that, but it is what it is. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you everyone. Thank you Faye, thank you Chris for moderating, and I hope everyone has a fabulous day. Thank you to everyone who came out today and made my day more special. Thank you, and I will see you guys later.